If you want to reach your fitness goals as fast as possible, then you definitely need to avoid the things that hold most people back when trying to get jacked. And throughout my fitness journey, I have made every single one of these mistakes. That's why I'm here to help you. So let's get started. Alright, now let's get straight into this. Number one, you're doing too much volume or you're doing too much intensity. For the people who's already subscribed, they already know I mentioned this in the video why your arms aren't growing. And I want to mention it in this video too, because doing too much volume and too much intensity applies to every muscle group. So let me quickly break this down. Doing too much volume is where you're going to the gym. I'll give you guys an example. Say you go to the gym and you're training your chest. If you get on the bench press and really squeeze every rep and the weight is very low, that's doing too much volume. And doing too much intensity, I'll give you the same example. As chest day, you go in on the bench press and do I'm talking about some heavy movements, like doing 4 to 5 reps for that set. And here's the crazy part. There's actually nothing wrong with doing volume or intensity, but it becomes a problem when you're not doing it in order, or you're just doing only one of them. So how do you fix this? Well, you need to do intensity first, then you want to do your volume exercises towards the end of whatever muscle group you're hitting. And this actually ties into what exercise or what machine you should be using in the gym, because intensity and volume actually have their own exercises. It doesn't apply to volume as much, but I'll quickly break it down for you. So intensity exercises is your bench press, dumbbell press, machine press, and for legs it's your leg press, squats. I don't want to go over all the exercises, but you get the point. And if for volume, it's your fly variation like pec deck, cable flies, and I would say leg extension for your leg days. Now before I move on to number 2, I want you guys to start taking notes, because if you're just watching this video for pure entertainment, then what's the point? So to make the best use of your time, I recommend you start taking notes. Because if you don't, you're gonna think, oh, you actually did something productive because you watched a productive video. But if you don't actually take notes and actually learn it and then apply it, then what's the point, bro? Alright, now let's move on to number 2. Thinking you're training hard and making progress. Going to the gym consistently and being there for like 2 hours a day, you could argue that guy's actually training hard. But what's the point of training hard if you're not making progress? So how do you fix this problem? Well, you still want to be training hard, but you want to put all that hard work into the right direction so you can actually start seeing some progress in your physique. And you can do this by progressively overloading between your workout sessions. Instead of working hard and spending hours in the gym, you're much better off by just progressively overloading. And if you don't know what progressively overloading is, it's basically increasing your intensity. And the best way to do this is actually lifting heavier. But that's not the only way. You could also progressively overload by adding more reps. But again, you want to be smart about this. You don't want to be going over ideally 12 reps. So once you start going over 12 reps, you want to increase the weight. This is going to decrease how many reps you do, and ideally it should be at least 6 reps. Now chances are if you clicked on this video, you're probably watching other fitness creators as well, and you probably heard them talking about progressively overloading. But if you still haven't implemented progressively overloading, now is the time to write it down and actually start implementing it. Because if you don't, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna make it so much harder for yourself to actually build a physique you're proud of. Now let's get on to number 3. Number 3, mindset and timeline. For you to actually have this transformation right here, you need to have the right mindset. So you need to be going to the gym, putting in the work, then come home, look at yourself in the mirror and see no changes. Because if you're expecting this to happen overnight or just in a couple weeks, that's impossible. And you're going to give up because of it. And of course, when you give up, you're not going to see any progress. If anything, your body is going to get even worse. Alright, now let's go over the timeline. Alright, now I'm going to give you a quick demonstration. Okay, let me draw you right here. So this is you. You just started your fitness journey and you want to get jacked. This is the timeline, okay? This is, let's say, day 0. So let's say you're going to the gym consistently and actually putting in the work. This is how the graph is going to look like. You're putting in the work and you're making, this is the progress, boom, 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 it's going up. Then I would say after 3 months, this is what's going to happen. Boom. I want to say it's going to flatline, but the progress is going to be very slow. And this is where people give up and they worry why they're not making as much progress as they did when they first started. And you might be wondering why this is happening right here. The reason for this is because your body is getting used to the resistance. And for this graph to go back to this right here and keep going up, there's actually only one way. I'm going to tell you what it is just so you know, and that is PEDs. Okay, which stands for performance enhancement drugs, basically steroids. And trust me, if you're a total new beginner, even myself, me personally, I would never do this. And I'm telling you right now, I don't recommend anyone to take steroids, especially when you first started your fitness journey. It doesn't even make sense. So the only thing you can do is just stay patient and keep putting in the work. And there's little things you can do to actually make the graph just go up just a little bit like this, you know. And that's making sure you're progressively overloading consistently, going to the gym consistently, taking supplements like creatine monohydrate, protein powders, maybe pre-workout too. And I'm telling you right now, if you take this pattern right here, the slow progress, and you stay patient, in the end, I promise you, if you put in the work, this is going to be you right here. Put the six packs right here. And there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, do me a favor and drop a like for me, and maybe comment down below your favorite part or what you learned. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel. I post content to help you reach your fitness goal. Also, one more thing, as soon as I reach 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving out a free resource you guys can use to help you level up your fitness. Like I said, it's going to be completely free, so stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you in the next one.